Well, as you can see, in there is not Kevin. Before I get into that, I will explain what's going on with this tank right now. We got a sunfish in there and we got a bluegill in there. They were supposed to be bait, and then they made it past the bait part, and now they became, now they became part of the family. Obviously, I have to address the elephant in the room, the title of this video, and the last thing you guys saw was this tank actually with super green water. That was the last time I filmed this. It was the exact same time I was setting up my new reef tank, which is over here to my right. Everything was going downhill from that point on. I kind of told you guys that Kevin had a disease, and I thought I caught it in time and everything like that. So before we got to that point, let's back up a little bit. He did great, never had a single issue with him with health, never any issues with him eating or anything like that. What we did have was this tank. Set this tank up. It was great, no problems. Obviously, we built it on the channel. You guys saw the whole process. We knew it was for Kevin. It was meant to be his tank and his tank only. Then we got the bright idea of introducing a largemouth bass. We put the largemouth in there. We named him Bass. He was a part of the channel as well for you guys. And then we noticed no different, actually. There was no difference in Kevin's behavior. There was no difference in his health. He was perfectly fine. And the bass didn't have any issues as well that were visual to us. We took every type of precautionary thing other than separating the bass into a quarantine tank. But I treated the tank once we put the bass in there for potential parasites or anything like that that could have came with him. So I don't think anything that could have happened to Kevin came from the bass. So the bass was in here, everything was fine. The only problem with the bass was that we had to feed them live food in order for the bass to eat. Kevin would eat anything, but you introduce live food, well, guess what? Kevin's gonna go eat the live food as well. So obviously we were feeding them a whole bunch. They were doing great. Then the water started having problems. Kevin started picking on bass a whole lot more. So that's when I took Bass out of this tank, then brought him down to Nick's house. Nick still has bass in his pond, still feeds them. He actually sees them now when he feeds them. So I figured I eliminated problem number one, was the bass, right? Okay, did that, came back, drained Kevin's tank, refilled it all the way back up, killed the lights a little bit because I was told that the green water is being caused from the blue lighting. So that's the reason there actually is no lighting on this tank whatsoever right now. I added a UV sterilizer, which is actually up under here now in the sump. Added copper to the system, which a lot of people were against. I kind of had to take every type of measure I could. So I added copper to the system to try and combat anything that was in the tank. Because right around when that green water started, once I drained it and filled it all back up, I noticed these little white dots all over Kevin. And it wasn't ick. It almost looked like he had sand stuck on him. Ick is more, it's brighter white and it's more like predominant dots. This just kind of looked like he just had like a coating of sand on it. It was weird. And I asked Brad, who set up or helped me set up the 150 reef tank, and even he said that it's something that he hasn't really seen before, but he was for sure that it wasn't ick. He said, but copper will treat it. That's the reason I treated this tank with copper. There is still copper in this system, and I'll get to that and what I'm gonna be doing with this tank in the future. We noticed all that stuff happening, and then I noticed a little bit of tail rot on him, so I figured, okay, let's treat for the tail rot and as well as the copper. So the copper should have helped with the parasites that are potentially growing in on him, and then along with the tail rot being helped as well. So then I realized it wasn't getting any better. This is fast forward a week. It wasn't really getting much better, but his attitude wasn't changing. He was still eating a bunch. I was feeding him a lot more just to help him kind of get over it the best he could. And then I started noticing the tail wasn't getting any better, like the fins, nothing was getting better. He was kind of just doing the same routine. Then he started sitting down here in this corner right here, and he would always sit in that corner, wouldn't move a whole lot. I'd come up to the glass. His eyes were kind of foggy, and it wasn't looking good. But you know, there's such a hardy and strong fish if you have the right water parameters, everything like that, that they usually can overcome any kind of disease. So I kind of had that hopefulness. And just day after day, he made it about another week of just him sitting in the corner, only moving to eat. And I'm like, come on, buddy, like there's got to be more in you, you know? And I think it was just slowly eating him away. And he eventually, I came out one morning and when came to turn on his light, and he was floating around at the top. So the worst part about it is I don't know what the parasite is. I do believe I know what caused it, and I think it has to do with something with the live feeding, because it was those little goldfish that you get at like pet stores. I think that's where it stems from, was the food. And I know I've been told before, watch out with food like that. Don't feed them stuff like that. It's not good for them. And I kind of just was irresponsible and just figured, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. He'll be fine. And, you know, guess what? It came back and I learned a very valuable lesson that day. And it sucks. He is my first major fish that I have physically lost due to my own doing. And you know what? I will take full responsibility for that. I don't want to hide that from you guys. I was very hesitant on making this video in general just because, well, I don't want to show off dead animals, but I also want to be as transparent with you guys as I can. And it's taken me a while to make this video because I didn't really know how to tell the story right. So I figured let me just sit on a step stool and sit here and talk to you guys and give you the best rendition of the story and what all had happened in the best way I could. Hopefully that was a relatively sensible story and it all kind of flowed properly, but that's kind of the quick version of what happened. It is what happened. So I ended up, a lot of people will freeze their dead fish. I don't care for that, so I just went ahead and I just buried him. I don't know if that was the right thing to do or the wrong thing, but he's buried out in the yard now. So but back to what I said earlier about this tank. I built it literally for Kevin, and well, now obviously there's no fish for it. So my plan was to run the copper for the 30 days. It has now been probably 50 days that this copper has been in here, and I want to get rid of the bluegill. I'm going to go just throw them back in a pond, and then I want to drain this tank completely, rinse it all out, scrub it, basically wash it, clean everything out, make sure there's no copper left in the system. If there's a little bit, I'm pretty sure there's always going to be copper in the system, no matter how many water changes you do and everything like that, there's always going to be copper in the system. But no matter what I put in here, it's allowed to live with copper, if that makes sense. Like, I'm never going to put plants in this tank. I'm never going to put any invertebrates in this tank. It's only going to be fish. And I think I want to get another Flowerhorn. I don't want the same Flowerhorn, like the same style, that like the red dragon, I believe is what, I guess, colorway Kevin was. There's a white and gold one that is beautiful, and I think it is really cool. I would love to get another one, but I'm not rushing into it. I want to take my time, find the one I want, let this tank do its whole cycle. I got to clean it out. I'm going to let it, basically it'll be a brand new tank, so I will have to recycle it again. So I'm going to get it all broke down again, re-clean it, recycle the tank, and then once it is fully recycled, then that's when I will then start looking for a new fish. And I will bring you guys along that road once we get one. I do have a name already kind of picked out in my head because I've had about a month. Kevin has passed for about a month now. I got the story straight. I figured out what I believe was the problem, and then now I have, there was no solution because it was just caught too late. And but hopefully the solution is don't ever feed your fish that kind of food. So lesson learned on my part. I hope you guys don't completely murder me in the comment section because I killed a fish, but you know what? Trust me, I was upset about it. I was mad at myself for it, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's a fish. There's only so much you can do to really help them, to give them the best life that they possibly can in a glass box. So I tried my best. I did what I could do, and then hopefully this next go around will be better than the first, and hopefully you guys will like the new fish later down the road as much as I will. So other than that, I wanted to go through and I picked out a bunch of clips that I think were really cool to kind of display here in memory of Kevin, and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of this video showing off Kevin. Thank you guys again for watching. I know this is not the most typical video, but enjoy these next few clips, and I love you, and goodbye. Boom. Alrighty, look at that guy. That's Kevin. I've had him for about 4 or 5 months now. He's actually pretty aggressive when it comes to feeding. Look at him. Oh God, yeah. Just go ahead and drop it in there, see what he does. Oh God. He's not sure about it. Oh yeah. Rip. And then there's Big Daddy Kevin. There he is, Big Daddy Kevin. I'll feed him real quick. He always likes a good food. There you go, Kevin. You're welcome. That's my boy Kevin right here. This is Kevin. He's an angry man. He doesn't like me. And look at him go. He's pissed. Kevin. No, don't do that. No, stop it, Kevin. So you just go. No, Kevin. Kevin, look out. He's my Flowerhorn. And I've never given him a crawfish before. All right. In he goes. Oh. Oh, he smoked it. Oh my. Rip. I wish I had more for him. That was the first time I've ever given him one. And he absolutely hammered it. And look at big boy. Hi, Kevin. What's up, buddy? and put a bunch in here. Oh, oh, get it, Kevin. Yeah, get it. Did you lose it? Oh, hang on, look. There's one down here. Here you go, Kevin. Kevin, right here, buddy. Boop. Right there. Oh, smoked it. Oh, he blasted it. That was crazy. Hey, go eat those other ones. No, you gotta go find them. They're not all just gonna fall right in your face, pal. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, get it. Get it, Kevin. Oh. Oh. Oh, baby. Hate to do this to you, buddy, but it's your time to go. You guys really thought I would use my boy Kevin as bait? No. Why would I do that? If I actually got somebody, that'd be great, because I really expect someone to like go in the comments, why would you use your expensive Flowerhorn? He's not really that expensive. He's like the cheapest Flowerhorn you can get, one. I don't know. I don't know what you guys say or what you guys think, but hopefully you guys are messed up like me and actually thought that. That'd be cool. But, you know, Kevin's my dog. I ain't gonna kill my man Kevin. Here, buddy. Alright. Let him relax a second. We'll do it quick. Nice and easy on him. Beautiful. There you go. No. Turn around. Turn around. Get that big head the other way. Okay, good enough, please. Oh. Sorry, Huggy. Running into you. There you go, buddy. Hi, Kevin. He's like, this tank sucks. Can you build me a different one? But we came with a nice decor for the back there. I can't wait till this is nice and crystal clear. He'll get a nice little latte going, right, buddy? Oh, yeah, he's pissed. There you go. He's going to get one. Oh, he whiffed. But he's smoking the fish in the bag right now. What's this? Come on.
Oh, now the camera's on. We don't want to do it.
Oh, no, he's going to do it. Right. Just release him in there. Oh, annihilated the shrimp right away. Oh, he's chasing the shrimp.
Bass might be a little nervous.
Bass is a little nervous, I think, right now because we got a big old fuzzy camera in his face. He don't know what to do. Mr. Bass is a little weary. He doesn't like us watching him yet. Oh, smoked it.
She's drilling this.
Oh my god. Kevin's just annihilating all these things. Throw him in the back. Yeah, there you go. No, Kevin, don't. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, smoked it. I think he got two. I think that was the two for price of one deal there. Oh, he's ready to go. He's fired up. Kevin's trying really hard, but he's too slow. Oh, Kevin got one. Yes. Good work, Kevin. So if you give one to Kevin, yeah.
Oh. Just smoke him.
Bass is excited. He's going in on the hunt. Oh, Bass smoked him.